That's what's really, really hard about new markets. It's
Hmm.
kind of like, I think of it kind of like Bitcoin, to where like it's kind of new and becoming a new craze. And that's why you see so much like volatility at times, is because it's so uncertain. Like it's a totally new category or industry or product line. And so we don't really know how the market's going to behave versus something that's been selling for years, like kitchen
Yep.
towels. Like they've been there for, gosh, who knows how long. So the data we feel much more comfortable with. So yes, that is what's really scary about these types of products, really hot products, really low competition. The example that comes to my mind is a good friend of mine launched a product related to COVID. So you saw the huge, and it wasn't it wasn't masks, but it was a related to COVID type of product. And I kind of warned him and said, these products are so uncertain, like you don't really know. I know it's super hot right now. And he went ahead anyway and he sold 5,000 units in like 2 months. Like it was ridiculous, but it did plateau. It did come back to earth, and the sales are pretty much puttering out. He actually is shutting that brand idea down and working on his original idea, but he just really wanted to go after that. He basically got shiny object syndrome, went after it, sold a bunch, had a bunch of issues, and then decided, okay, I'm done. I'm going to focus back on my long-term vision. So like what I would say personally, like if I'm thinking about those types of products where new market, super hot item, I would really just try to think, and honestly this just makes this product more risky, but I would just think, do I really believe in the future of this product? Do I think this is a flash in the pan type of thing, or do I really believe this is a long-term thing? That's what
Yep.
and with the COVID thing, it was an easy answer. Like I said, we all know COVID isn't going to last forever. This is a really hot item. It's going to sell. It's like hand sanitizer. Like it was super hot for like 3 months. And now it's everywhere on the shelves. Like, so everyone who went and bought a ton of hand sanitizer to flip it and didn't flip it fast enough, now they have a ton of hand sanitizer. But that kind of situation, you could see that. Like, you don't need Jungle Scout data to say, ooh, hand sanitizer, look how fast it's selling on Amazon. You just have to think and be like, yo, this isn't going to last forever. But with a different type of product that's not related to a pandemic, you just have to think, okay, do I really believe in the future of this product? Like Tesla, like, do I really believe in the future of electric vehicles, or is this just like a trend that's going to go away? So
Mhm.
that's all I would say is it's a much more reward product, right? Man, like if you're the first mover on there for this type of product and there's not very much competition and it's going to be high demand, you could crush it. Like you could really, really do really well. But if it goes away in 6 months, then you might find yourself kind of back to the drawing board thinking of a new product line that you could launch. So
Yeah.
this might be more research off of Jungle Scout actually, because you're going to see so much volatility on Jungle Scout, Amazon data. Just this might be more
Right.
research of Google Trends, reading articles, like just seeing like, hey, is this product, is this technology, is this thing here to stay? Like, is this going to
Yeah.
be adopted long term, or do we think it's just kind of a trend? Here's the other thing that I'll say to anyone else listening, having the same type of dilemma. Let's say that your product is a trending hot product. That's okay. Like, go ahead and get your money. Like if it's a hot trending product, go ahead and get your money if you feel really good about that as a launch product. Just know that it might not last forever. For example, it would only be bad going into a COVID product if you're thinking that it's going to last forever. Like, holy cow, I'm selling 20 grand a month in my second month. That's bad if you think that's going to last forever. You know it's not. So if you go out and like, holy cow, I'm selling like crazy. I'm going to go place an order for $100,000. Now you're really putting a lot of risk on yourself. But if you know, hey, COVID related product, super hot right now, I'm going to go order 10,000 units. When they sell out, they sell out, and I'm okay with that. And my brand has other product lines to expand into. Great. That, in my opinion, is totally fine. But I would not bank on the success of your brand on a hot, trendy product. Because if you create your product, like if your brand was like COVID gear, right? Like that's the name of your brand, COVID gear, and your logo's a mask and like all this COVID related stuff. And you launch your COVID product and then it's really hot and then it dies down. Well, now it's like, now what's your next product? Like, what are you working on in the background that's more long-term sustainable? That in that situation, it gets a little weird. But if you're, let's say you're instead of a COVID brand and a COVID products, because I actually saw a COVID store at the Denver Mall. I don't know if anyone lives in Castle Rock, Denver, but I was in Denver. They had a store, COVID, like the brand name was like COVID something. I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But if your brand is like home health goods and you sell health type of products and you happen to launch with your COVID related product, but then you're also working on another long-term sustainable product like, organic cleaning supplies or like this special brush that you can use to clean your sink that doesn't scratch it or, like other type of products within your brand, but one of your products happens to fit really well with COVID. So that's what you launch because it's a hot product. To me, that's totally cool. So it's just like understanding the long-term vision for your brand and knowing if there's a hot product, it might not be hot forever. Don't bet the farm that you're gonna, you know, get super rich off a mask or something if you know that, you're vulnerable long term for that.